You know, guys, just a little update for you. Kind of, I guess. What we have before you is a Pace Sidetalk 1000B. And this is the 40 channel version. Apparently it's one of the rarer radios, apparently. And watched a couple of videos on YouTube about this particular radio, and apparently getting the service manual or schematics or whatever for this here particular radio is like, forget it. Totally forget it. So I guess we'll forget it. But yeah, this is the 40 channel version of it. PLL sits down here. So we have power on this one. She do talk, but we have no modulation. No modulation whatsoever. The radio receives wonderful, but it does not transmit at all regards to modulation. There's nothing. Not a gig. So, I was looking over a schematic for another 1000B. I can only assume it's probably a 23 channel version. And there's an FET right on the microphone input. And they call it Q25 in that particular unit. And in that one, Q25, according to the board layout, is like up here behind this here shield. But on this particular beast, the microphone cable, plug, whatever, to the board comes in down here, down yonder. Let me turn on the light here. So it zooms you in a little bit. And you see that? Microphone, see that? M-I-C. So that gray wire there is the shield, and the white wire is the audio lead. And then we have this here lovely little transistor there with a Y. So I'm wondering if that one there might be the FET. Possibly. I really don't know. Like I say, I got no schematic, no service manual. I'm only going by what I find online. But if this one is anything like the 23 channel version or whatever, then there's an FET right on the modulation line for this one. So yeah, that's number two. I'm gonna see if we can get this here beast to modulate. And apparently the through-hole wires, because this is a double-sided circuit board. Don't everybody love those? I don't. But those little blob of solder, little round right there. See that center screen? Yeah, that's a piece of solder, and that goes between one side of the board to the other side of the board. And apparently, these radios are known for lots and lots and lots of lovely cold solder joints. Yay! You know we gotta love those. So, yeah. So, I don't know what's the easiest way to get at them. If I solder from this side, or I try and solder from the other side, or solder from both sides. I don't know. But, so, this may be as much as a cold solder joint. Could be the issue with it. I don't know. I really don't know. But, the radio, like I said, I done a video on this one a while ago. This one was donated to me by a good friend of mine, Mr. Paul. Thank you. I know you watch the videos. I'll give you a big thumbs up on that. And I mentioned back then that the modulation don't work on it. I'm using a regular original Pace microphone. I put it on the scope up here, and I'm definitely getting audio to the mic port on this side. So audio is on that there white wire, and that there audio is going to that there spot right in there. Look. That's where she goes, right there. So I can only assuming mind you, only assuming that that transistor right there maybe the first audio amplifier, and she also uses an electrolytic capacitor in line in series with the audio lead. So could that there electrolytic right there, that 1 UF 50 volt cap, could that be bad? Could that be shorted? Could it be open? Could that be enough to stop my modulation? Well, that and many more stories to come on this beast as we dive into and investigate and hopefully repair this lovely, wonderful Pace Sidetalk 1000B. So, anyways, if you're interested in staying tuned as we dissect this radio and trying to figure out why the audio ain't going from point A all the way to point B is anybody's guess, but we're going to try. So stay tuned. This is, I guess we'll call this one part 1. The chat about the 1000B Sidetalk. Anyway, folks, 7-3, and I'll see you shortly in the next video, and we'll see what happens here. Lovely. Catch you in a bit. There's Rena 63. Out.